I never thought my life would unravel in such a cruel and unexpected way. My name is Emily, and I'm a 34-year-old woman who believes she had a perfect marriage. But now, as I sit here in our quiet living room, the walls echoing with memories of laughter and love, I'm faced with a truth I can hardly bear. It started 2 weeks ago when I noticed the subtle changes in Mark. He was always attentive, always there when I needed him. But suddenly, he was distant, lost in thought. I brushed it off at first, maybe he was stressed at work or just tired. But deep down, I felt a nagging sense that something was off. The turning point came during a routine visit to Dr. Simmons, our family doctor. I always admired him. He had this warm, reassuring demeanor that made you feel safe. That day, I could sense an unusual tension in the room. I waited outside while Mark went in for a checkup, flipping through a magazine that felt utterly uninteresting. When Mark emerged, he seemed different, almost euphoric. I asked if everything was okay, but he just smiled and nodded, brushing off my concern. Yet, I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to their interaction than I'd seen. A few days later, I found myself scrolling through our shared calendar on my phone. Mark had made an appointment with Dr. Simmons for a follow-up, but the timing was odd. He hadn't mentioned anything about needing to see the doctor again so soon. My heart raced as I wondered if I was being paranoid, but that thought quickly dissipated when I found a text on his phone, an exchange between him and the doctor. I shouldn't have looked, but the words burned into my mind. Flirting, compliments, and intimate plans to meet outside of appointments. My heart dropped as the reality of what I was reading sank in. Mark was having an affair with Dr. Simmons. The betrayal twisted like a knife in my gut. I confronted him that night, my voice trembling with hurt and confusion. "Mark, what is this?" I showed him the messages, my hands shaking as I struggled to hold back tears. The color drained from his face, and for a moment, I thought he might deny it. But the truth hung heavily in the air, suffocating any hope of denial. I didn't mean for it to happen," he stammered, eyes wide with guilt. "It's complicated." "Complicated?" I shot back, feeling the anger rise. "You're having an affair with our doctor. How is that complicated?" As I raged, the enormity of the situation settled over me. I felt like a marionette with its strings cut, lost and flailing. How could the man I loved betray me like this? He was my partner, my confidant, and now he was entangled in a web of deceit with someone who was supposed to care for us. The next few days were a blur. I walked through our home like a ghost, haunted by memories that now felt tainted. I thought about calling my friends for advice, but what would I say? "Hey, I just found out my husband is cheating on me with our male doctor. Can you help me figure out what to do?" I didn't want pity, I wanted clarity. I'm sitting here now, heartbroken and alone, and I need help. How do I navigate this betrayal? Do I confront Dr. Simmons? Do I try to salvage my marriage, or is it time to walk away? I feel like I'm standing at a crossroads, the signs pointing in every direction, each path laden with uncertainty. I'm scared, angry, and desperately searching for a way forward. If you've been through something like this, or if you have any advice, please share your thoughts. I'm reaching out into the void, hoping to find some guidance in this dark moment. How do I piece my heart back together? How do I find my way?